So I'm not going back and forth with a man who thinks that they should be in my position. If you want to be in my position, get in my position.
Do you believe that?
Bluff City Media presents The Anthony Sain Show on YouTube at Bluff City Media. Stepping up to the microphone is your host, Anthony Sain.
Acknowledge me.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to The Anthony Sain Show. This, of course, is your host, Anthony Sain, here live from the Bluff City Media Studios. Kenny Stubblefield behind the glass. Kenny, what's going on with you, brother?
My brother, what's going on with you?
Man, feeling good, man. Feeling good in my personal life, man. My kid, Gabe, is an amazing son. He makes me proud, made me proud once again. Back in October, man, his school had something called Oktoberfest. No, I'm sorry, Socktober.
Yeah.
Total different thing.
Oktoberfest?
Yeah, Socktober is what they have. And it's basically a fun drive they have to get sock donations for, I can't remember the name of the organization now, but they raise different things for people in need. And what they said one of their biggest needs was socks. So Gabe's school, a young lady who's a senior at their school, back when she was in 4th grade, she started this campaign to get socks for kids, right? So socks for just people in need. Gabe was the leading donor this year with over 300 pairs of socks that he had donated to people, right? And shout out to him, man. Like I said, that's the most they've ever been raised in history of the school.
That's crazy, man.
And the girl was worried about it because she was a senior now, and she started as a 4th grader at St. Agnes St. Dominic. And she was worried about what would happen with it. And seeing Gabe break the old all-time record of socks donated, she asked Gabe to be the spokesperson for it and to do it going forward. So my 4th grade son is an official spokesperson for Socktober, which is a
is he feeling himself?
He don't really get it, I don't think. But Gabe's always been that dude, man. Like, we would see homeless people out, and Gabe would just be like, I'm going to save my money so, next time I see that person, I want to be able to give them something or buy them something to eat. And Gabe was in the after-school program. They get those, like, boxes of food away. Gabe would bring his box home and be like, just in case we see somebody, I'm going to bring this. And I'll have, like, random boxes of food because we didn't see nobody. I had, like, random boxes of after-school care food that Gabe would have. He's always had a heart, to help people. That's something I kind of pray for him, why he was – that sounded weird. But, yeah, I used to kind of pray certain things over Gabe, like how I kind of wanted him to be.
Yeah.
When he was in his mom's stomach or whatever. So
that makes total sense.
And it's happened, man. You know what I mean? A lot of things I've asked for, he's been they've kind of came to pass. And in that same manner, Kenny Stubblefield, the Memphis Grizzlies, winners of 3 of the last 4 games. I've manifested some things on that team as well, man. They are still undefeated in games that Derrick Rose starts, but not because of Derrick Rose at all last night, who did not have a good game for the Grizzlies. But the man who did have a great game for the Grizzlies was, of course, Desmond Bane. 49 points last night. Going crazy. A big, huge third quarter in that game, for sure, for Desmond Bane, and just leading the charge in the 4th quarter to push that lead forward and get Detroit ass up out of here. We'll talk. We got Daniel Greer coming on today. I'm going to ask him because I just don't get why Detroit is not better in this. Like 18 straight losses. Is that what they said?
Yeah, man, 18.
Damn.
Like isn't that the record?
Man, that is insane, bro.
I think the record is
that team should be better than that, man.
They should be, right?
I don't understand that at all. But the Grizz, like I said, showing signs of life for sure. Jaren had a pretty good game as well. Jalen Noel, I think he chipped in 10 or 12 points off the bench. John Conchar hit 2 threes. And I put out on Twitter, man, saying that I hope that when Ja gets here, because typically what happens is teams that are all-star, the teams that, guys who make the all-star team typically play for your better teams. So in order for Desmond Bane to be an all-star, I hope that when Ja gets here, it makes the team better, so it justifies a guy like Desmond Bane getting in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
So I said that, and then your typical replies are maybe that shouldn't matter, maybe it won't matter. Yeah, man, I think Ja's gonna do that. That's the stuff you expect, right? I had one reply that I just didn't understand where it came from. Somebody said, "Yeah, you need to." Apologize to John Conchar for proving you and that his doubt is wrong. I was like, John Conchar had his season high 9 points last night.
Congrats.
Yeah, appreciate you, homie.
I mean,
averaging 3 points a game on the season. I don't really know what you want me to say.
Well done.
Yeah. Well, who am I apologizing to? Whatever. But anyway, so Yeah, it's good stuff. The Grizzlies won 3 of the last 4. The University of Memphis Tigers picked up a win last night on the road. Not the way I thought it would be at all. A tough win on the road against VCU. But it was a win. We'll talk about that later on in the show when we do the 3-pointer. But I'm going to get out you guys' way. My guy Daniel Greer is going to be on. And there's another streak I want to talk about, too. 3 straight wins when Anthony Sain has a watch party at Hooters. So make sure you guys come out to the next one Wednesday. Had a good time last night. Daniel Greer was there. Colin Cody from from Channel 3, WRAG Channel 3 was there. Just trying to think of notable people that were there. A lot of people, man. My guy Danny Gullett. I don't know if you know Danny at all. He's a baseball coach at Bellevue Middle School, which is the school I went to.
Oh, that's what's up.
Longtime friend and supporter of mine online. Met him for the first time. Yeah, it's kind of things that go down, man, at the watch parties at Hooters. But we're about to take a break, man. When we come back, my man Daniel Greer is going to be in the building. We're going to talk about the Grizzlies, of course. He's going to have some – Daniel's one of those guys kind of like me, man. We could get the jokes in. You know what I'm saying? We also could just talk basketball with you. You know, this is my guy, man, for real. Daniel Greer, he's tall like me, too. Daniel Greer slick my white brother out here, man. My Isaiah Hardenstein out here, man, for sure.
Come for the jokes, stay for the analysis.
Analysis, man. There you go. There you go. But we're about to take a break. When we come back, my man Daniel Greer at Grizz 901, the best post-game show in the city of Memphis, is going to be here on the Anthony Sain Show. See you guys in a minute.
Bluff City Media and Bluff City NIL are proud partners of Coaching for Literacy, a Memphis nonprofit using the power of sports to impact childhood literacy. When you donate to Bluff City NIL through Coaching for Literacy, your gift is 100% tax deductible. This partnership is a win-win-win. Tiger student athletes win in the NIL landscape, Coaching for Literacy wins by engaging Tiger student athletes in this monumental cause, and most importantly, elementary students in Memphis receive support to become strong readers. To donate today, visit coachingforliteracy.org/bluff-city.
How does it shake out?
Michigan, Florida State, by definition of being undefeated ACC championship, would be 2. And then you'd have Alabama at 3.
And then Oregon.
Well, this is what I do. I'd have Alabama at 3, Oregon at 4. But I think the way the committee's shown they're going to lean, it might be Oregon at 3, Alabama at 4. Because Oregon's been ahead of them every single week, even though they have no business being ahead of them.
Right, you're right. And they're avenging their only loss.
Yes.
So, yeah, I agree.
But whoever gets that 3 spot against the 13-0
So the number one team
undefeated
in the country,
ACC team, ACC Florida State, ACC champ Florida State, they're lucky.
Yes.
Because it's like they're not full strength.
There's a little bit of an asterisk there.
But at the same time, it gives you potentially an easier road into the national championship to deal with. You know, I think Michigan versus Man would be a hell of a game.
It would be.
Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
We've had a couple portal hits. It's that time of year, although it's not officially open. Doesn't open until Monday, a week from today.
December 4th.
Tevin Carter, backup QB, QB2, QB Deuce, the Deucer, is calling his career. He's no longer Gridiron Penny. I'm sorry, Tevin, if you're watching, you know that you are. You can't be Gridiron Penny anymore.
Yeah, I think you can't. You lost that. Anytime Seth struggled somewhat, they were like, gotta play Tevin.
Well, even if it wasn't necessarily him struggling, people were still asking for Tevin.
Which is bananas to me.
But special packages, people want all sorts of stuff. Overnight deliveries for Tevin. A lot of people may not see it this way because offensive line is not sexy.
It's not sexy.
Gabe,
Sorry, Gabe.
I'm sorry.
You're
it's
not
just
sexy.
not a sexy position.
Gabe's
People
not
are
sexy.
like, I mean, I've seen it. People were coming at Twitter and are like, offensive line, it's easy to replace, easy to find those fellas. It's not a big deal. Losing Davion Carter is a big deal.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
All right, y'all, welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show. Got to sit down with Sain with my guy, man, Daniel Greer, host of Grizz 901. host of the Grizzlies postseason show, not postseason, post-game shows, which you can catch at every game. I tune in all the time. I check them out. Very unique comedy those guys have, in-depth reporting they can do on the games. It's a great show, man. I check it out every game. I try to share it. They can talk hoops. They can have fun. You guys do some hilarious things on there, man, to celebrate. It seems like you guys celebrate the games like nobody else does. So, for sure, man. I love how you guys celebrate. They pull out the champagne. They put the smokers jackets on, all those type of things. So tune in to the Grizzlies after every game. Immediately after the games, they're running, they're rolling. Good stuff. You can go live.
We do have a new nickname, right? We have a new nickname for Daniel.
What's it?
Mr. Petty Machete
Oh
himself.
yeah, no. He can't get the Petty Machete. That's me.
Oh, that's you.
We gotta give him another. We gonna give him something though, man.
He grandfathered me into the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm the Petty Machete brother.
Right, there you go. We the brother. We gotta get that shirt out there.
Yeah,
man.
the brothers Petty Machete.
Right, we gotta get that shirt going, man. Available on Bluff City Media website. Me and Greer, the Petty Machete brothers. We gotta get a graphic going for that. Cause Greer's with the shit for real. But yeah.
Greer swinging that thing, man.
And Daniel, you're a guy who I knew like you did you were with the Grizzly thing at first,
right?
So I knew like who you were, but I didn't even know who you were. But this really my guy, bro. Like me and Greer got super cool over this time, and I'll be like, I might wake up in the morning and say, Greer, you know you're a bitch, right? He'd be like, well, you know, whatever, and he'll hit me with the same type of energy. You know, that's my guy for sure, man. Me and John Rosa have kind of that kind of thing too, where we just
another good guy.
we have a friendship based on talking dumb shit to each other.
That's okay.
But you came and supported me yesterday at Hooters at the watch party. We've won 3 straight games and entered the same watch parties at Hooters, man. So y'all need to make sure y'all come up to the next one next Wednesday. I think this is the Dylan Brooks game.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a Dylan Brooks game against
But
Houston.
he's not coming home yet.
No, it's at the home game. This is another road game against Houston. Come check that out at Hooters for sure. You might see guys like Daniel Greer. You might see guys like Perry Shark. You might see Kenny Stubblefield. But you'll definitely see me. I got to show up to my own shit. But last time you were here, you had a gift for me. You had a John Conchar jersey that you made at the house. You bringing gifts again in the white bag. Let me see what this is today.
Man, this has become one of my favorite things ever.
You know, you got a crow sandwich to eat too,
This
man.
is a really good gift, though. This is my favorite. Well, not
See, it's the season.
the Sain char was good.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have this, but this reminds me of you. If you're seeing this, the needle mover.
Wait, this is a Roman Reigns logo.
It's a Roman Reigns.
Oh,
it
shit.
even
Oh.
says the tribal chief where the actual needle is.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
It says the tribal chief.
Oh, come on, man.
Listen, I've seen this shirt,
You better make me cry, Greer.
and I thought if anybody is in Grizz Twitter, Grizz Media, is
Come
a
on,
needle
man.
mover, the tribal chief
Bro,
himself.
I appreciate it, man. You about to make me well up in the eyes, man.
Well, listen. So I have talked some ish about Jalen Noel in the very beginning. I didn't talk ish.
Yeah.
But I did.
He minimized the
I
brother.
didn't believe you that he was that good. So you know what? This is my bet in a sense.
Right.
I'm paying up.
I
And
appreciate that,
I
man.
saw that and I was like, I got to get that. It's an old school one.
That's awesome, bro.
The needle mover.
Gotta have it for sure. Thank you, man. Thank you to you from me, Daniel Greer, my partner, man. Greer is one of those guys who you didn't know he was your friend until you knew he was your friend, man. You know what I mean? So that's my guy. But yeah, Greer, tell us about your show. Tell us about the post game experience that you guys have going on. And then we'll get into a couple of these questions, man. We'll talk Grizz.
So what we try to do is entertain people, and I think we do an amazing job of keeping it light, but also educational in a sense. And so we look at the game by the numbers, by the stats. We give you that stuff, but we also try to have fun because I think entertainment is the biggest key. But my thing with the show is we're always going to keep it light. We're always going to have fun, but we're always going to be consistent. We're going to have fun.
Yeah.
You know that.
That's what I like about you guys' show because it's smart. You guys are smart. You guys can talk basketball. Y'all can talk numbers. Y'all can talk strategy, all those type of things. Why we won the game, why we lost, those type of things.
Yep.
But it's not nerdy. It's not boring.
No.
I tune in. If I tune in, I ain't staying for nothing boring. So, and then you invite guys like me on. I might be medicated or drunk or both. Shout out to Gucci Mane. So, you get to see. Because I stay kind of buttoned up on this show, Kenny. When I get on somebody else's show, you might see hoodie, you might see do-rag Sain, you may see hoodie Sain with the do-rag, glasses on. You get to see the real uncut I might be high drunk, one or two, or both, like I said.
We saw you in standard definition the first time.
Right. Then I came
Second
back
time,
at 4K on y'all ass. The 1080p.
Yeah, he came back with the HD.
I was pushing P on y'all. Pushing 1080p, as a matter of fact. But yeah, like I said, go check it out, man. After every game, as soon as the game is over.
YouTube.
If you roll to the top of your Twitter, it's up there.
Yep.
And if you go on YouTube, you'll find it as well. My guy, Daniel Greer, with the post.
Nine shows.
Right,
or 95.
exactly.
Man, doing 82
doing all the
games
shows.
and all the shows.
That was up, man. Yes, that was up. Check him out, the post game show. Great stuff. Him and Nathan Quarles. And no, that's not John Martin.
It looks like him.
He looks just like. We got to get Quarles ain't in Memphis, so
No.
when he gets here, we got to get him and John Martin in the same room. They can do the Spider-Man meme thing for sure. But back to the Grizzlies. They winners of 3 of the last 4. Big win last night against Detroit. I don't understand why Detroit is that damn ass. I don't get it. That team is young and talented. I don't understand why they're sorry. They're kind of a weird combination of talent. Like, you got guys that are all pretty good players, but the roster fit might not work because you got guys like Ivy and Cade Cunningham, which are kind of like playing the same type of position.
That's the issue.
Yeah, it's a lot of just weird combinations they got there. They got Taylor Jenkins' younger brother on their team.
Bojangles?
Yeah, Bojangles out there. He literally looks like Taylor Jenkins without the beard for sure. And there's a WWE wrestler he looks like too. The gimmick they had where the guy was kind of like special needs.
Who? So you're saying
It was something.
I'm not going there.
Man, it was like a gimmick where the guy was supposed to be like. It was like 2 brothers or something, and one of them was like supposed to be special needs. Anyway, man, I'll bring it back after the commercial. But yeah, Detroit. They ass, and I don't know why. Monty Williams, highest paid coach in the league, if I'm not mistaken.
That might be the issue, yeah.
Looking kind of terrible. I used to pull for brothers, man, regardless, but it's hard to pull for Monty because I don't understand why the team isn't good. Well, anyway, go ahead.
Look at their roster construction. Like, they didn't put the roster together and want to surround pieces like Cade. That's what I think they should have done is you get this guy and you surround him because this is the type of player that would best suit him, such as Ja is great because, Bane is great. And they're both great because Jaren is great.
Right.
They all play different positions. They're all different people, similar to the way the Grizzlies have. All these young rookies, all these young players, they're the same.
Right.
Who's going to be the best? Well, all right, now we don't know. We still don't know. But if you look at the Detroit, they're all the same players. The only person that is really different is like Jalen Duren. But the problem is, you look at him, they got Wiseman, they got Bagley. Like, they're all the same as there. So it's like you got one the same, then you have all these other guys are the same, and so you have 2 the same of multiple things. So.
That is a good point. It doesn't seem like they identified who their dudes are and decided to build around them. Because even with the nightmare draft class of 2022 with the Grizzlies, they had the right idea. They were trying to get wings that could shoot.
They just can't shoot.
They just can't shoot. It's just wings. But yeah, big win, like I said, for the Grizzlies. Desmond Bane, 49 points. A lot of this interview is going to be about Desmond Bane. I'll let you guys know that now. 49 points in the game, 1 short of 50, of course. The man was absolutely going crazy. We were watching it at Hooters last night at the watch party. Where would you put him? We'll talk about All-Star in a second. Everybody in the city is talking about All-Star. Right. Where would you put him as far as what tier or echelon of player in the Grizzlies' short history in Memphis? Because I think everyone is saying that Ja's the best player we ever had.
Correct.
Are we ready to put Bane? Where are we putting Bane in? Because Jaren's already been an All-Star.
Yep.
I don't think Jaren is as good as Zbo or Marcus All at this point. I think he's better than he's not good as Mike Conley. Where are we about to put – where is Bane right now?
So I think that he is a top 3 offensive player ever in the franchise.
Right, easy.
And the reason I give him top 3 is because Zbo was a bad dude. Offensively, like everything. He was one of my favorite Grizzlies ever. He might be my favorite Grizzly.
Yeah.
But I will say that Zbo was the man. Bane is right there with him now already. The problem is they haven't won key playoff matchups. When he does that, he'll skyrocket.
So you got Ja 1, Zbo 2, Bane 3
offensive, yeah. I'd say if you're looking at Mount Rushmore, I don't think they're there yet. I don't think Bane is there because they haven't won the big games. Once he does that, that's a different
Yeah,
story.
because we saw Zbo like win playoff series as that dude,
When
give
they
him
were-
the ball.
They were chanting his name
Right.
coming out.
Bro, that still gives me chills
Me
thinking
too.
about.
Me too.
And if you think about it, man, when that was a young franchise still here in the city of Memphis, our first real playoff run.
Right.
And we saw Zach Randolph just take on the world. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think he's definitely more talented, like more diverse than Zbo is, of
Right,
course.
right.
But yeah, but I don't think he's there yet. But it's definitely time to have those conversations about what Desmond Bane is with this franchise. But if you're putting an all-time Grizzly starting five, is he your shooting guard or are you going Tony Allen?
100% I'm going Bane. I hated Tony Allen.
Bro, see, I knew that Daniel Greer was my partner, bro. With the bro, God put us together for a reason, man. Like I appreciate Tony Allen and what he did,
100%.
But the whole Tony Allen run, like the fan response to him, and like the levels we put him in, I was like, I'm sorry, y'all, love y'all, but I don't look at Tony the way y'all do. Like I just don't. I never have. Like understand his value. Go ahead. Have you ever had any DM exchanges with Tony Allen before?
I have not, though, but his kids go to where my wife teaches and my kids go. So I do see him and the kids often.
Yeah.
I will say that this is going to be terrible, and it's going to be slanderous, but you're going to love it. He is a better defensive John Conchar.
Oh, stop.
Whoa.
Nah. Because we saw young rookie Tony Allen like show like NBA scoring skill. That knee got messed
That
up. He
knee
was done.
injury is what did
that
it
knee
for
injury
him.
messed him up, man. Tony Allen was like a dog in college, bro.
A dog in college. And
College.
His first couple of years
And
at
the first
Boston.
couple years in the league.
Dude,
Yeah.
did I just you didn't listen to my show last night? The first player ever in Division I men's
come on, bro. That man was
basketball
playing against,
history. 2,000 points,
Who was in this conference?
1,000 rebounds.
Name one other school that's in this
500
conference.
assists and 200 steals. I don't know anybody in their conference.
Exactly, bro. Come
I'm
on,
saying
man.
like there's people are all good in college.
No, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say
He could not shoot. He's never been able to shoot.
who.
Tony Allen.
Tony?
Tony.
He
Man,
was
that
a, he
OK
was a-
State
he
team
was like
was
a
nasty.
mega athletic scorer, though, bro.
Yeah, that OK.
But his knee
State
got
team
messed
was
up. He was
crazy.
done. This man said that man was a better defender.
This man wild. He's just a better defending John Conchar.
I bet you won't tweet that out right now.
Yeah, tweet that out.
Tweet it out
right
bro.
now.
I will.
Right now.
Go ahead, tweet out like real talk. What y'all not ready to talk about is that
Yeah.
Tony Allen and Double OG, whatever his name is.
Speaking the quiet part out loud.
I'm not tagging him. That is.
Yeah, don't
not-
tag.
They ain't
Yeah.
supposed to- That'll be worse than when you called out job, man.
This will be broke.
Man,
don't stop.
The man got the show battery dead and above. No, don't do it, fam. Don't do it.
I will. I'll do it in a little bit.
All right, okay, bet. All right, so Bane, All-Star, right? So
All-Star.
everybody's talking about the whole All-Star thing. And I put a tweet out today because here's my concern. Like I was like, this will be the year we get 3 All-Stars under 25, right? So I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that now because we're losing. You know what I mean? Yeah. So because I put a tweet out today, I was like, I hope Ja comes back and we're rolling, we're a team that's winning, 7 of 10 like that. So we'll, I don't know if we're going to win 70% of our games with Ja, but you know what I mean?
Yeah,
When we're going on those runs like that, you know what I mean? So I hope that he gets us closer to the play-in because at that point, the validation for Bane being an all-star would be better. Because I understand that, like, there are all-stars in the past that have played for bad teams.
Correct.
We've seen that. But I think, especially in that particular case, it would take, for a first-time all-star, Bane would really have to be – this team would have to be better record-wise. Do you agree with that?
I do agree with that. I think this team needs to have a better record than they do, but that doesn't mean that they have to have a top-tier record for him to be an all-star. We've seen people that, are in certain positions. Nobody cares what I say. I want to ask you the questions that I'm thinking that might qualify him. So first thing is do they need to be a top 10 team in the West for him to be considered an all-star?
I think he needs to be close to it. I think we need to be like 12. I don't think we can be.
But that means that, like, literally there's only 3 teams worse than you.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think you need to get out of that grouping with Portland and all them.
So yes, at least top 10.
Yeah.
What about top 8? Does he have to be in the top 8?
No, I think he can be. If they're like 11, 12, but right there about 10, like a couple games out of, I think that, yeah. And you're talking about when they pick the reserves, it's like in February, right?
Yeah.
So they got plenty of time to get there. You know what I mean?
So we're going to be over halfway through the season.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got to talk at least 40-ish. I think they have time to come back. So at that point, when Ja comes back, if they start winning immediately when Ja comes back, does that hurt or help Desmond Bane's?
I think it helps, man, because I think Bane's numbers are still going to be high.
But the devil's advocate will say, hey, well, now they're winning, but they're starting to win because of Ja, not because of Bane.
But I think Bane will still be averaging 20-something points a game.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
so if he doesn't drop down in his numbers per se, then you think that holds to the same standard because he's still putting up the same numbers even when Ja comes back.
Yeah, I don't think his numbers are going to drop off too much at all.
Okay.
And I think because you got Ja and Bane there together, that's why I think that this team is really in good hands because I think we really unlocked, Bane. Let's talk about that for a minute too, man. What does that backcourt look like when Ja comes back? You're probably going to get Marcus Smart back at the same time you get Ja, and you got that 3-guard lineup of Bane, Ja, and Marcus Smart. What does that dynamic look like, that trio offensively and defensively to you?
I think that takes a load off of Bane defensively.
Defensively, yeah.
I think that what that also does is you do have a guy who can handle the ball, but I think you're going to have the ball in Ja's hands. I think you're going to have a guy that's going to play the corner. He's going to maybe run through the lane a little bit, Marcus Smart. He's going to kind of facilitate and let Ja rest off the ball at times. I really think that the person who doesn't have to adjust any is Desmond Bane.
Yeah.
Because if you need a rest, you can go through, Smart, do the pick and rolls. If you want to go more through Ja and get downhill more, that's through Ja. If you want to have some guy that's going to hit open threes and actually get the ball and get downhill Dez, I think Dez is the main one who's going to benefit from all this.
Yeah, it's going to be Bane.
It's going to be.
I think he's going to be so much more free on the perimeter now, with Ja coming back for sure. How does this – because it seems like we've seen – because, Ja's had this 25-game suspension this year, but he had an 8-game last year and he had injuries at the end of the season. We haven't really seen, healthy, focused, non-suspended Ja Morant along with this new version of Jaren even that we've seen. Because, Jaren had his crazy run while Ja was out last year. And then, Ja's kind of added new wrinkles to his game. Yeah. And, Bane, of course, is taking this game to a next level. We've never really seen all three of those guys together since, Ja had the stuff going on last year. So what does this do to Jaren's game, do you think? Because I don't want Jaren to just be like, all right, I'm just going to be chill now.
I think it hurts him offensively. I really do. I think in my opinion, what I would do is I would run a pick and roll type offense through Jaren.
Right, whether it's Bane or Ja that's got the ball.
Yes, I care less. Because what you do is, yes, Biyombo's fine. The problem with that is Jaren doesn't know how to set a screen. And a lot of times he uses his hands to screen. What I would like to do is let him...
Jaren's at the pitching foot.
Yeah, he's like, hey.
He's gotten better at it, though, over this season.
So he doesn't pitch as much.
He ain't pitching people.
He ain't pinching as much as he did at the beginning.
That's crazy. The visual of Jaren pitching dudes. How I foul him.
I mean, at the beginning of the year... At the beginning of the year, he would set a pick, and it would he'd fall all over himself trying to set the pick.
Wait, we're all in our 40s, right? I got a visual of, you remember the Laugh Olympics? You remember the cartoon? Oh, man, shit, man. I'm not going to be the only person in the room. Kenny, come on. Laugh Olympics, right?
Nah, bro.
Damn, bro. Now I got to tell the story without no help.
I'm not 40 yet either, so.
You ain't?
I'm 39.
Shit, Gray, I ain't know that. All right, so.
You're a young ass.
All right, check it out. Laugh Olympics, right? It was this show that used to come on USA Network, and it was the Hanna-Barbera cartoons playing Cartoon Olympics, right? It was like Scooby-Doo and the Scooby-Doobies, the Yogi Yahooies, and the Really Rottens, right? There was the three teams. The three teams that competed every show, right?
That's good knowledge.
And Snagglepuss and somebody else were the commentators, right?
Yes, I do remember that.
Right, all right.
The dog.
Right. And the Really Rottens was like the dog that used to do that, right?
Do it again one more time.
It was I can't remember what the dog's name was, but he used to do that. And they were the cheating team, right? The Really Rottens were the cheating team, right?
Yeah.
And they would say the Scooby Doobies, the Yogi Yahooies, and the Really Rottens. And the Really Rottens would cheat every game, right? And they would win every game. Then they said, let's go take a look at the replay. And on the replay, they'd show you something zoomed in when it was on some bullshit. It's like, then they'd be bad as hell, because they'd be in first place. They'd win an event, and then they'd go back and replay it. You could see them I don't know, the little dog thing unscrewing somebody's tires or some shit.
Yes.
But
that's funny.
But you didn't see it in real time.
Right.
That's what Jaren's fouls are like. Jaren's out there just going crazy. What did I do? You go back and watch it, and Jaren's choked the dude. It's like the pinching nipples and shit. For real, Jaren, stop, man. You literally fouled this dude, bro. But yeah, anyway, they had nothing to do with nothing.
That's a great analogy,
That
man.
was great.
That was great.
But yeah, go look up the Laugh Olympics on YouTube. You'll see that.
No idea they ever called that.
They would show it in real time. It looked like they beat everybody. Right. Then they'd go back in the replay and somebody stabbing tires. Like, you didn't see, they still in slow motion, do some dudes like this with a damn knife or some shit.
Is that how he does picks? He's like,
Yeah, Jared's out there fouling the shit out of folks. Like, oh, he's out there going crazy. Man, come on, what did I do? Like, look at the Jared. Like, you literally just like stepped on the dude's head. Like, come on, Jared.
smacking him.
Yeah, man. Jared's a hilarious dude. But yeah, so what did we say? Ja helps Jared or he makes his game worse? What did we say?
I think he helps him overall.
We
but I
think
he
Jared's
hurts
numbers
him
are going to go down.
100%. But what I would say is, like, I think if he goes into a pick and roll and he holds the pick, then he can actually roll late. Yeah, just double pinch and hold. Don't pinch and release. Pinch and hold.
All right.
If he does that, you're talking about a late roller to the rim. Okay, and if he wants to go ahead and hit the screen and roll early, then he can roll through the lane before Ja, and he can then flare out to the 3-point line. There's so much that he could do if he would learn how to screen.
Yep, for
But
sure.
he won't.
Yeah.
He pinches.
I'm glad you said that too. I asked this question to Parrish, I think, a few weeks ago.
I'm going to give a better answer.
If you were Jaren, would you still have done Team USA this summer at all?
100%. You have to.
I just think he wasted a lot of summer on some bullshit. Like I think he should have been in the gym with somebody.
He did that the last summer.
But he's been doing that. He's been doing
Yes.
that every summer.
Now what I'm saying is, instead of getting with the Chris Johnson dude, give it somebody like,
He could go get
KG or
Hakeem
something.
Olajuwon, just show him the dream shake, and he would unshake the dream.
Jared to still be on some bullshit.
He would.
Oh man.
I mean, I think Jaren's best options moving forward offensively is to be a good pick and pop, pick and roll guy.
Yes.
And that's what he did a lot this
Yes.
summer. So I think it kind of set him on a course of this is what you need to be
Yes.
about.
Yeah. Yeah.
If another coach is showing you, who a championship level coach, I don't think Steve Kerr's that great, but I do think that he is another championship level coach. If he shows you this is what I want you to do, this is how you can be effective, and you still don't continue to do it, that's on you.
Yeah.
Because there's no way that if I was a player, that Taylor Jenkins or his coaching staff would say, hey, you're not allowed to do that. No, I'm going to do that. Me and Bane, me and you, buddy, we're going to do that. We're going to roll, pick and roll, and we're going to dominate.
Because Zbo and them definitely just run whatever the hell they want
Whatever
to
they want
run. Him and Tony Allen would just be out there playing two-man game for sure. Get Zbo the ball was the play they ran.
A little better contract.
Yeah. Oh, come on, man. So he's Black Conchard. Conchard is what he was.
That was great.
Damn.
But is that blackface? I can't do that.
Yeah, you can't say that.
No, we can't say that.
Yeah, they'll cancel your ass. You say that shit.
Don't cancel me.
What I was about to say. Okay, you talked about Jalen Noel. You said your apologies. You didn't know. You just got kind of caught up in the groupthink, man. The groupthink narrative is that a guy who's been sitting on the couch, he can't really offer anything to a team. He's just gonna be a practice player. And I was telling y'all, dude Noel, man, I don't know anything about him, but I know he's better than these bums we got on our team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we see that he's like literally our sixth man right now, which is crazy. This is a dude you don't even know if he's gonna be here. In a few days, literally, you don't know if he's gonna be here or not. If you're Zach Kleiman, what do you do with a Jalen Noel 10-day situation that's about to end, in a week or so?
I think you have to find a trade partner because you're having to release Junior,
Right.
Unless somebody wants to, trade easily for him. I would say you're looking for a trade partner immediately because you have two questions. You have Jalen Noel and you also have Bismack Biyombo because you probably need to have one, if not both, come back.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would find a way to, I guess, trade somebody to make it work. I don't know if he will.
But if I'm a team that even if I have an interest in a John Conchar or a Jake LaRavia or whatever, or the second round pick, or whatever you're doing, to give out with one of those guys to relieve that roster spot, why would I help the Grizzlies and why would I help them
That's
now?
not helping. You're helping yourself. So let me give you this. Okay. Let's say I'm Greg Popovich with San Antonio Spurs, and I've seen so many players, and I like this guy, or my scouting department like this guy, and let's say we like Jake LaRavia coming out of college, but
Which we did hear that the Spurs were a team.
We didn't want to move up to go grab him that early.
But I'm
right?
sure they see he's ass at this point.
But not in the G League. And so when you see somebody that has the shot, has the ability in the G League, maybe it takes him a little bit longer. But also, he's not expensive. You have the money down in San Antonio or other places and say, hey, we're going to go ahead and try to develop him. Worst case, we trade and swap seconds. I'm talking about that's all you have to do is you swap seconds and you can take on the extra $4 million and call it a day. Like, that's really what could happen. The Grizzlies say, all right, thanks. We'll swap seconds. Whoever has the worst record, we get the benefit of that. That's what I would do. I would find somebody that would like one of our players, and you just bite the bullet and say, sorry, we just don't have the room right now.
So you're saying that a team like the Spurs, we did hear that a team like the Spurs were a team that the Grizzlies were supposedly trying to get in front of for Jake LaRavia. You would see they still have an interest in him. I don't think they would because I think they see that he sucks at this point. I mean, but who knows? But here's another thing I'll throw out to you. What team would Jake LaRavia be a cultural fit for that would go out and get a guy that like Jake LaRavia who fits the profile of the white Christian NBA player that can shoot a little bit? We got the Spurs.
So are you thinking the Jazz? Or I'm thinking completely like French Lick out in Indiana.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going.
Yeah, I was thinking the Pacers, Utah.
Okay.
Danny Ainge is in Utah, so of course that makes sense. I can see a team like Boston. Yeah.
I just think that there are like this type of a player can be good in the NBA. They need a lot of training. They need a lot of developing, but he has a good shot. I just don't think he has it. And I think it's going to take time to find it. I don't think he won't be in Memphis long enough to be able to find it.
Right.
But he should be on a two-way, honestly, if it was me.
Here's a question I have for you as well, as far as guys like Jake LaRavia, who guys who typically call your 4A guys, who are too good for the minors, but aren't good enough for the pros. When your number one skill is shooting the basketball, like that's what you've been labeled as a shooter. Right. And I heard people saying that Jake LaRavia has the possibility to be a jumbo shooter, who's a guy who's taking 10 to 12 shots a game, making 8, 9, 7, 8 threes in a game. Like that's the kind of profile this kid had coming out of. Right. And you see him in the G League, and he looks like Larry Bird for real, like he's murdering dudes.
Exactly.
And it's basically catch and shoot or take a step back and shooting threes.
Confidence.
It's confidence, right? That's like how do guys like him lack that level of confidence when all you're doing is shooting the ball? Like it's not like I'm asking you to beat guys off the dribble. Right. I'm not asking you really to defend dudes. I just want you to be a catch and shoot 3 guy. He just looks like a totally different player in the G League as compared to the pro.
Well, you got to think it's a 10 times this big arena. Okay, there's a lot of fans. He's still young. He's still unproven on the big stage. When he goes down, nobody's watching. Nobody cares. If you suck, you just suck. Nobody knows about it. Yeah. But if you're here, then you hear the chatter. You hear all the the talking. You might even see it on social media. So at that point, you feel the pressure. And that's all it is. Eventually, once you get that monkey off your back, as they say, then I think he can kind of release himself. Like they're doing it with Sam Hauser. He was a Grizzly at some point. And so in Boston, Sam Hauser looks great. And he has his role.
Wait, Sam Hauser was there?
He was here at one point. I think he was even on the Summer League team.
For real?
Check that.
I don't remember that at all. Hold on.
Check that. I thought he played.
You're getting your white guy signal across on that one, man. I don't know. I don't think
You
that's
talking
true
about
at all.
Killian Tilly?
No, I thought Sam Hauser. I don't think he played with. I think it was very, very early.
It seemed like that would have came out. Like Harrington or somebody would have said something about it.
I think it was a long time. Anyway, I don't know.
All right.
I could be wrong, but I'm saying like a
That
guy
dude
like
be
Sam
shooting that
Hauser
too, man.
who can just
High
let
volume,
it go, man. Yeah, it's just like you can develop a player like that. He has those characteristics and those traits that you could develop. The problem is we don't have the time, and he hasn't shown it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Boston does, but Boston could afford to give somebody $2 to $4 million to kind of be on
with no pressure on him.
No pressure.
Yeah.
And you change situations, just like Dylan Brooks did. You change situations, and it's different.
That does happen to guys too, man. A lot of times, because like Zaire Williams is on our clock of expectation because he was a 10th pick. If we trade Zaire and he goes somewhere else, it's a totally different reset of expectation.
100%.
Kind of like oh my God, Cam Reddish with the Lakers, right?
Yep.
Like his expectation level, that dude was like a 8 pick or something like that. But nobody has that level of expectation for him anymore because he's been moved around so much. Every time you move, it's like, if he goes out there and scores 10 points, it's like, oh man, Cam Reddish finally got it. But not based off his original draft, you know what I mean? But where he is now, that totally makes sense. So I think those are all good points you're making for sure. What are your thoughts on the in-season tournament, bro?
I think it's fun. I don't think it's ever going to be a needle mover with the public. I don't know what you can incentivize fans to really care. I care that it's really good basketball.
Yeah,
like the teams care,
going hard,
and I love it because they look like they care to the point of it's good basketball, and we get it this early. And because it's this early, you honestly can test yourself as a team. Like, hey, we got that. When the thing, I guess when everybody cared more and the defense turned up, we died. And I think you can actually use, as a coach, as a front office, you can see a little bit from that, especially early in the season.
It's a good point you're making, too, because it does have that playoff type experience. Because, like, a lot of those games we played in the in-season tournament, when it came down to the winning time, we folded like a mug, for sure. And it's also been, I hate to say it, it hurts me in my gut to say it, but it's been a coronation / coming out party for Tyrese Halliburton. Like,
100%.
this play-in tournament, he's really, now that he's advanced to, the championship game, like, he's looked amazing in it. And like I said, man, I've seen people argue about it, say this and that about it, but just the fact that guys are able to compete and go hard for those last guys on the bench. How do the payouts work? Do two-way players get that $500,000 too?
I would believe so.
Right, that's dope as hell.
So you know that they got $100,000 for going to Vegas,
Right.
Like, that was cool.
Yeah.
And so you're getting that. So everybody at least gets something for going. So the incentive, I didn't know about that incentive to actually get that money. But you want to talk about, a coming out party, like you were saying, for Hubbard. First game ever on TNT.
For real? They never had a national
He
TV
has
game?
never been on
that's
TNT.
what's up, man.
And so it's cool, like, those guys, small markets, get to show up a little bit. It was cool.
All right. So where do you put Halliburton in? This is a conversation everybody's having. Your young point guards. Where is Halliburton in comparison to Ja?
He's top 5. I don't know who you consider either a point guard, or you're saying young point guards. Young point guards, I think he's top 3. Like, I know SGA's there, I know Ja's there, and I know Halliburton's there. You can say LaMelo. LaMelo's great. He hasn't stayed injury free, and his teams have all sucked.
I just think LaMelo has such a bummy game, bro. Like, he is like such an unserious game to me.
He literally, I know we talked about this a lot. The guy's name. He reminds me so much of Conchar. It's frustrating. Like, look like you're trying, because it doesn't look like you're trying. I know you're doing stuff, but, like, are you doing anything? I get that. It's frustrating.
Bro, I got another comp for LaMelo, man. He's 6'5" J. Will is who he is. If J. Will was taller.
Yeah,
but you know what? Somebody else said that
defense.
one time, and I got into it with a dude for comparing him to somebody so low. I'm really joking when I said it, but he's also kind of a black Pistol Pete Maravich.
I can see that. I can see that. He's got his little flair to his game.
He just looks unserious, bro. He doesn't seem like he's for real about like winning and like, I don't know. It's not. I'm not saying he's like a turnover machine like J. Will or nobody, but he just didn't seem like his style of play is a winning style of play.
Is J. Will a top 10 Grizzly for you?
No,
of all time?
No. I'm sure he was to you though.
No, I like White Chocolate, but I didn't like it that much.
Okay, no, I didn't think J. Will was too good at all. Top 10 Grizz, I don't know.
Because you got to get the core 4 have to be up there.
All the core 4, all of this.
Ja, Jaren, Bane, that's 8.
And I'm putting Dylan in there too.
4, 7.
Dylan definitely
Mike
had an
Miller.
impact. No,
You putting Dylan in the top 10?
yes.
Dude, he's drinking again.
Who? Like
Right
top
now.
10? Like you talking about who I like, bro? Or just like overall?
If you had your top, I don't care why your metrics are.
Man, Dylan was definitely an impact player for this little run, man. Like he was a major. Like you talking about a dude that was averaging 20-some points a game in a playoff series. Like I can't take that from them. He's probably number 10 if he's in my 10.
Okay. Wow. This is
Powell, of course.
It's an interesting question because I've never thought about it, honestly.
Y'all got 9 now, I think, right?
Yeah, core 4, Grizz next gen.
Powell, Dylan for Anthony.
Yeah, that's 9, right?
So that's 9 for you. You got 8 if you don't want Dylan in yours.
See,
Daniel.
I like Battier, and I know that.
I didn't like Battier.
I didn't like
personally.
Battier, yeah.
I personally didn't
So
like
he
him.
was my favorite player ever in college.
James Posey was my guy.
I'm a Duke guy.
I'm gonna
and
let
so
y'all go on.
I loved him and JJ Redick, obviously, but I don't know that those last parts are tough because you're kind of like it's not going to be Tayshaun Prince for me. It's it's not going to.
Hey,
be
y'all act like Rudy Gay in there, bro.
I liked
Rudy.
Gay.
We got we got hoodwinked by Rudy Gay, bro. Like we were told that we didn't need him and we were better without him. Y'all full of shit. You go back in time and
I like Rudy.
Nothing about that Rudy Gay deal made sense, man. When I was like whatever age I was, like listening to that stuff and listening to Vernon say it and whoever else that narrative was coming from. Nah, bro, in hindsight, we should have found a way to make that work.
Who we missing? I think Rudy Gay could be there.
Miller's up there.
It would have to be like I would give a spot to either Mike Miller, Dylan Brooks, or Rudy Gay. I don't know if I could put 2 of the 3 on there.
Yeah, and Dylan might get the boot, but you know.
Oh, I think it's
Dylan
interesting.
was a big culture guy, man. Like Dylan was he's kind of like that. You know, you have like a family that's like you have like a family that's like a dad marries a woman, and the dad already had a son.
Okay.
But then they have like 3 other kids after him. Dylan's like that's mean
That
ass.
first son.
Yeah, first stepbrother is like,
That first son.
I kind of feel left out because I got these 3 little half brothers and sisters that my mom and dad really cared about together.
They care about them more
Right.
than
I'm just out here. I'm my dad's son. My dad really wasn't even my full-time dad the whole time. I really just kind of came along with him when he got a wife. That's kind of how Dylan was in the whole situation. But he served a purpose, man. Dylan was that dude for sure.
So you can keep Dylan and Rudy if you want. That'd be 10 for you, Anthony.
Dylan and Rudy. Man, I don't know, man, because I'm a huge James Posey guy, bro.
Oh man, I love James Posey.
James
Yeah.
Posey.
I don't know.
Pocket full of Posey.
Something like that. All right, bro. The job be back in 5 games, right?
Yep.
Where
I'm
you going? Where are you watching the game, man? You watching it at the Hooters watch party? I'm having one for the job.
Probably watch it at my house. So
It's all good.
we're gonna actually have Jessica Benson on. It's an away game, so we're able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have her on as a guest then, and so it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It'll probably be our biggest turnout ever, probably not ever, because we had a shout out 96,000 last year.
How's she
First
gonna
show.
How's she gonna do your post game show?
She doesn't do one for away games.
That was up.
Yep. So that's why I'm trying to find out different people to come on. If you have any suggestions of people to bring on, I actually went after Jarvis Greer. Is not Jarvis. If you're watching this, I want you on the show. I love Jarvis. But anybody, I'm trying to think of different people to have on that maybe aren't, just your normal people that are in the social media game, or maybe they are, and you want to hear from a different perspective that's informal. We're very informal. I think it'd be fun to. So if anybody who's watching this, put it in the comments on the YouTube or on Twitter. or
Yeah,
something.
people you want to see on Grizz 9-on-1. Check them out, man. Like I said, after every game. Post game show, the best one in the world, man.
In the world, Craig.
In the world, Craig. Check him out. Good stuff. Him and Nate Quarles, they have a good time. They flip it funny and they'll flip it informative on y'all as well, man. We about to go to the break. When we come back, it's a 3-pointer here on the Anthony Sain Show. See y'all in a minute. I can't, and I saw that a lot on Saturday too, is just people immediately, oh, well, Penny got out coached by Chris Beard. I think there were moments where Penny didn't make the requisite adjustments. Like David Jones should have gotten more run. He should have gotten a shot in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I think we can both agree on that. I think there's times where Penny runs this sort of pro-style offensive system, lets his guys go cook. They weren't cooking. I think there needs to be adjustment off that and maybe get them into more sets, have plays, that type of thing, if you start to see them spiraling out of control that way. So there's a couple of things I could say about Penny, but ultimately I just think that is so overblown.
Yeah, I agree.
That he's just getting absolutely out-dueled on the sideline by Chris Beard in that game. I didn't view it that way.
I didn't either.
I think you have a automatic L with no Jordan Brown doing anything of substance. Nobody outside of David Jones is making anything happen, and the other team shot really well.
Yeah.
Guys you didn't expect to shoot well shot well.
Yeah.
So,
Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
I was just going to say one of the weird standout things is Penny's like throwing people out there that out of nowhere.
He is damned to run a 15-man line, a whole team out there. I don't understand it.
It's wild. Some of the people that he throws in certain situations that just like haven't been seeing any time recently, and then all of a sudden, come Arkansas game, Carl's out there out of nowhere. There was somebody else. Who was the other? I can't even think of it now. He threw somebody else. Was it Jonathan?
Pierre,
He threw
Pierre
Jonathan out there. Was that in the Michigan game?
Did not look
No, that was in the Villanova game.
Villanova.
Didn't look the part, guys. What was the quote that Rick said? Like,
It's not the time to experiment. It's time to win a
stop
game.
experimenting and time to win the damn game. It's perfect.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. Bluff City Media and Bluff City NIL are proud partners of Coaching for Literacy, a Memphis nonprofit using the power of sports to impact childhood literacy. When you donate to Bluff City NIL through Coaching for Literacy,
your gift is 100% tax deductible. This partnership is a win-win-win. Tiger student athletes win in the NIL landscape. Coaching for Literacy wins by engaging Tiger student athletes in this monumental cause. And most importantly, elementary students in Memphis receive support to become strong readers. To donate today, visit coachingforliteracy.org/bluff-city.
All right, y'all, welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show. This is the three-pointer where we talk about three things going on in the world of sports that are on my mind. NBA East in-season tournament had a game last night. By the time we recorded this, it's the only game to finish. I don't know what's going on in the second game. What's the second game anyway, man?
New Orleans Lakers, and apparently LeBron is going off.
Yeah, I'm sure LeBron is gonna. That game is 53-50 in the second quarter right now. And LeBron has, let me see.
He's hit 3 straight threes. I think he's got 14 points.
Yeah, LeBron got 17 points in the second quarter. LeBron is taking it serious for sure. Looks like it's gonna be. That's what I was saying too, man. It's probably gonna be Halliburton versus LeBron, and I think LeBron's probably gonna. I don't know. This feels like the Lakers are gonna win this thing, man. It's like it's almost set up for the Lakers.
That's so annoying.
Yeah, for sure. I don't even know who's gonna get the money. Zach Kleiman's kid. The kid's got money. His dad's a freaking NBA GM.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Max Christie.
Max Christie, man. You know, like as if he needs to.
He don't need it. Austin Reeves don't need it.
Austin Reeves don't need it. Who else they got on that team, man? Scottie Pippen Jr. Come on, man.
Hey, Scottie Pippen Jr. don't need it.
Them dudes don't need it, man. No. But anyway.
Who else is on that team?
I don't know. I'm pulling for the Pacers, man.
Let's go Cam Reddish.
Cam Reddish. Get that $500,000, Cam Reddish.
Get that $500,000.
Yeah, for real. But now I'm pulling for the Pacers, man. This has been the media plant, Tyrese Halliburton's coming out party for sure. I can't knock what the man's been doing. He's a flat-foot hooper. Do I think he's better than Ja? No. I'm licking my chops, and I think Ja is as well, to see that matchup coming up in a few weeks. Ja's second game of the season when they play the Pacers
I can't
here in Memphis.
5 games.
Oh, that's going to be crazy. 5 more to go, 6 more till he gets Halliburton.
Oh.
Man, it's going to be his home return for Ja Morant. I think it's going to be great, man. I can't wait till that happens. But Halliburton's a hooper, man. I cannot act like he is not a good player. He's super shifty, crafty, man. He can dribble. He can shoot the ball, playmaker. I'm trying to think, like, what is his game? Like, what would I compare him to, man? I'm almost like, I'm about to say like a taller Steve Nash damn near, bro.
Yeah, just like.
Dude can hoop, man, for real, though. Like, I ain't act like he ain't hooping, but I just think Ja going to bust his ass. Like, I think Ja's going to try to murder that dude when they come back for sure. But in-season tournament, like I said, it's hype, man. And that Pacers versus Lakers or Pelicans game, it's going to be hype. I think the Lakers going to win this game tonight, but it's going to be fun, man. I would like to see Giannis instead, but I'm not mad. Halliburton, I got to give him his credit. He's been a beast, and this has definitely been his coming out party for sure. And somebody said, man, why next year y'all need to have 2 of these mugs, like for real.
Right. First half and second half.
I wouldn't mind having another one, like, coming back, maybe February to March or something. You know what I mean? Because it's cool, man. Like
it's cool, but I don't think the players can do it.
What you mean?
They're going hard for this thing. Look, January to the playoffs, man, it's just kind of chill, right?
Yeah.
Like
everybody
that's the
just trying
beauty.
to chill out.
That's the beauty of the NBA.
Yeah.
Which is why I like watching NBA more than college, because not every game matters in the NBA. Some games just don't matter.
Right. But like we said the other day, man, it's definitely mission accomplished because it's getting the casual fan to care about this. And it looks different. It feels different. And it's not just,
I just don't think the players can handle 2 ramp-ups like that.
Yeah, I think I agree with you on that. But I'm just saying, like, it's definitely a success. Like, nobody can tell me this thing hasn't worked, because it has. It'll be back next year. They're probably going to add another interesting wrinkle. And I'm going to tell you a couple of things I think that's dope about it. The scheduling of it is dope, man.
Yeah.
Like how those games are getting played, no other games are getting played.
Right.
The guys got a 3-day break. The entire league got a 3-day break outside of the teams that are playing, in those games of the night, and it's just been good, man. It was super confusing. It's not confusing anymore to me.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't explain it real well, but I think that's the thing is, like, what's the major rule of marketing strategy? Leave them wanting more. Like, that's what I think you're going to find with this is, man. Like, people are going to be like, ready for it to come back.
For sure.
You do it again, I don't think you get the same emotional reaction and attachment. It's really, for me, it's been, if the players weren't as engaged in it as they are, then I don't think the fans would be either.
But they are.
But the players are.
And I think it's organic, man. I don't think there was an email saying, come on, y'all, go hard.
No, 100%.
I think guys are doing this for the guys at the end of the bench.
100%.
Paid. And I'm serious. I bet something else that you're going to see happen. Like if the Lakers lose tomorrow, if the Lakers lose to whenever the finals are.
Right.
Or even like whoever loses, I can see somebody that's a star on their team saying, I'm going to give $500,000 to whoever. Like I can see something like that happening if a team loses, whatever. But yeah, man, it's good stuff. I'm not mad in season tournament at all. Number 2, the Tigers took on VCU on the road yesterday. That game happened at the same time as the Grizzlies game, so I was at the watch party watching. I did watch the overtime. I got questions for you, Kenny.
Yep.
You know, you probably were more tuned into it than I was. I think Jordan Brown didn't play. Why?
Yeah, sick. He came home from Ole Miss and was sick.
Okay.
Like legit sick from what everybody's saying. He was legit sick.
Walton didn't play either. That's still with the stuff with the head.
No, he played.
He played?
He didn't start, and he didn't play the entire second half until overtime.
Because I didn't see him in the game when he played in overtime.
He played overtime.
I don't even remember.
He played some in the first half, set the entire second half, played in the overtime.
So what's going on there? You think it's still stuff with his head?
No, man. I think Penny wants a little bit more fire from him.
Okay.
He wants energy.
All right. Another question I had about
maybe
game.
Control the energy.
Who were the starters last night?
They changed it up. It was Javon, JQ at the 1. It was it Jaden Hardaway? No, David Jones at the 2. It was Ashton Hardaway at the 3. His son, the freshman.
With Malcolm and
Jourdain.
Yeah, I saw that part, yeah. So that game was a game that a lot of Tiger fans felt probably would be a little easier than that, I think. Am I wrong?
I don't think anybody really knew. I mean, VCU is notoriously. I mean, they were a NCAA team, NCAA tournament team last year. Not as good this year, obviously, but I think if you kind of go off of the net rankings and the Ken Pom stuff and the Las Vegas spread,
right?
They had Memphis as a 2.5 point favorite.
Well, I'll say this from. I'm still kind of casually watching this. I'm pulling for it. I got a little bit more invested in the Ole Miss game than I wanted to. It seems like that team does have some real chemistry issue. Like, I'm not saying this like level 10, like, it doesn't look like when a couple years ago when they had the team with Duran and those guys on it. I don't think it's like that because that team was just frustratingly like toxic. You know what I mean? I don't think it's anything like that. But Penny does have some issues I think he needs to clean up. But this is what Tiger basketball fans do that I think we have to stop doing. And I said this the other day as well. We have to stop looking at guys like Jordan Brown and saying, oh, Jordan Brown sucks. Okay, no, Jordan Brown was – because I saw a clip of Chris Vernon and Devin Walker talking about Jordan Brown, right? I'm like, Jordan Brown was a great player before he got here. Like, we've got to figure out what's going on with these dudes. And I said, oh, he sucks. Nah, the dude's a good player. We got to figure out what the disconnect is and why it's not coming together. Same thing with Walton. We saw Walton look like he's about to score 40 in his first game, of the season.
Yep.
I think he's a player, man, but there's something going on. Like I think that roles have to be defined, and I think that a pecking order needs to be defined on this team. And guys just got to get with it, man.
Do you think? I asked you this in the Discord earlier. You talked about chemistry issues. Do you think that? And it's a plug for the Discord. Go check out the Discord, man.
Yeah,
you can
man.
Get these
guys,
conversations,
like,
man.
If you're whatever you are, like if you're in Memphis, you're a Tiger basketball fan. There's a group in there for you.
Yeah,
it's not like this big wild forum. Everybody's in there talking. There's subgroups set up for literally everything. 901 FC has a group.
Yep.
College football, Tiger football, college basketball. You got all these subgroups going on. Great conversations going in all of them, and you get to talk to guys like insiders, like Hitman Hoops.
Yourself,
like myself, Roman Cleary, all these different guys, all the hosts of all the Bluff City Media shows are in there, and we're talking about things in a more intimate setting than just on
100%.
Twitter. You know what I mean? But
I asked you about the issue thing that you were talking about, and I agree with you. I think there are some chemistry issues. Are they toxic chemistry issues or just lack of familiarity, chemistry issues.
I don't think it's like I don't like this dude type thing, but I think it's just human emotions. I think you're talking about guys, your 5 starters, in their conversations they had with Penny Hardaway, they probably were told at least you got a good chance to be that dude on this team. And at different points of the summer, like when we first got Caleb Mills, like, okay, Caleb Mills is probably going to be our leading scorer. That guy, they're probably going to run that dude's, he's probably going to be that dude, right?
Yep.
And then you get Jordan Brown. Oh, shit, Jordan Brown. We're going to run everything through Jordan Brown. Like
then you get JQ.
Oh, shit. Then we get David. You mean David Jones? Oh, he's going to be that dude. Oh, we got Javon Quinn. Oh, shit. He's probably going to be the leading scorer. Like we've said that about
everyone.
We've upgraded every dude on that team into that spot.
Right.
And I'm sure every guy, based on the situation, not that Penny was particularly lying to him, but every dude, based on the situation that was going on at that time, probably felt like I'm about to be that dude, or was told you're about to be that dude, based on how things work. You know what I mean? So I think you're dealing with guys who all feel like they can or should be that dude, and there's a I don't think the pecking order has clearly been defined.
Yeah.
Like we've seen David Jones go off and we think, oh, okay, well, Penny's deemed him to be that dude. I don't know if Penny's done that at all. You know what I mean? Like it might just be he's stepping up and just becoming that guy. But I think Penny's job now is to come in and give that definition, and he's gonna have to manage these egos, because this could go bad. I think they're a great team. This is easily Penny's best team he's had, and I think that it's a good problem to have that level of talent. But like I said, he's got to stay on top of it and figure this thing out, because there's a lack of something. Like it's like they're not playing as a unit. And I think once those guys accept their roles, they can make something amazing happen. But right now, you can see guys are still trying to figure out where they fit into the equation.
And I would add another part to it as well. I think you're right on what you're saying. But I also think it's as simple as Penny's rotations.
Yeah.
I think his rotations are, and I got to be careful saying it how I say it, but I think they're terrible.
you didn't really take much caution.
Sorry. I think Penny is known. Penny loves to experiment with lineups, and I think the fact that coming off 2 losses, coming off 2 embarrassing losses, I would say the Villanova, Ole Miss losses were embarrassing.
Right.
Playing VCU on the road, almost at this point, in terms of morale, in terms of momentum, it's a must-win. You get Jonathan Pierre and Carl Cherenfant playing big minutes in the first and second half. And that to me...
Oh, he did that for you? I thought I saw them out there, but I didn't really...
It makes no sense to me, Anthony. Like, you look at last year, there's sort of an anomaly, and I think we all... Those of us who cover the Tigers and are around the team on a consistent basis were like, okay, maybe Penny has turned a corner in terms of his rotations, because that has been a conversation since the beginning of his coaching career at Memphis. Was, are you a 10-person rotation, 12, sometimes 13 guys were playing, or do you want to cut it down? He's like, man, I want to cut it down. I want to cut it back. Last year he was kind of forced to, because there was nobody. The very end, the
couldn't play.
9, 10, 11 were not good. And so he couldn't play those guys. So he had 7, 8, 9 guys that he played, and it was forced to stick there and make those guys learn how to play with each other. Yesterday, he played 13 dudes.
That's a lot of dudes, man.
Like, I mean, at some point, you got to pick 7, pick 8, and go.
One of my main criticisms of Penny when it comes down to coaching is he doesn't seem to kind of come in and identify guys and say, okay, these are my guys, like 9, 10. And like when one of those guys starts struggling, he kind of gets thrown to the wayside and you bring some other guy in. But it's like you got to kind of make that starting 5 lineup.
You got to make
5.
it work.
You got to make those guys work, man. You just can't say, oh, well, Walton ain't bringing it, so let me
make Walton bring it.
Yeah,
because he can do it.
You know he can do it. Like we've seen him do it.
We've seen him do it.
Like I can, and that's the part that like I just kind of be quiet when Tiger fans are talking. Like I mean, because what happens is they started, and I'm a Penny Hardaway fan. I doubt it.
Oh God,
a lot of these people who like talk all this stuff, like, dude, I was there for this. I don't just know Penny Hardaway to shoot. Like I was there Like,
Oh, dude.
Freshman game in U of M, like watching Michael Jordan play on the court. I remember that version of Penny Hardaway. So it's like I don't have to explain that part. But I don't even know what I was about to say now.
Well,
but,
no, you're just talking about your criticism.
Oh
of him,
yeah,
right?
okay. But so my criticism is this. All right, you these guys, like I could go for this when you were telling when people were telling me, oh, Boogie Ellis is a Duke recruit and now he's coming to Memphis and all right, maybe he ain't that good, all right, or whoever you're talking about throughout time. Well, you're talking about guys who were like high level college basketball players. You're not gonna tell me Jordan Brown's a bum, bro.
And have been that way for years.
Like you're not. No, you can't. You're not gonna tell me that these guys can't play. Like, nah. They work with the high school kids. They work with some of these transfers, but no, these dudes, like Penny's got to figure that out. And I'm not saying he can't figure it out or it's too late for him to figure it out, but he's got to figure it out, man. Like I think that's a fair criticism. That he's got to. You can't tell me that. I saw Jaquan Walton look ridiculous, bro. So. We've seen Jordan Brown. Come on, man! Like this dude played for Arizona. He played for who else did he play for? Louisiana. Was the last stop, and there's another team he played for.
He played for somebody before. Was it UNLV before?
Man, I can't remember. He was good everywhere.
Yeah,
though,
he was
man.
good everywhere.
So we can't act like that dude can't play. And Penny's got to figure that thing out. And Javon Quinley, he's not exempt from any of this either, man. Like this stuff he did the other night against Ole Miss. Man, what was you on, bro? You know what I mean? Yeah. Penny's got to figure it out though. Like I know that we were excited coming to the season because it's like, oh, he ain't got no kids, man. He's all grown men, man. All grown men.
But he's still playing kids though.
Yeah, but those grown men can have these same ego issues too, man.
No, 100%.
Yeah, but you just got to figure it out.
But you got to figure it out, and I think you got to give those guys a chance to figure it out.
Yeah.
Right. Like you're talking about. Yeah. You're talking about guys who, like. You just can't punt on a 5-man lineup just because a couple of possessions go bad and then bring in a baby like Carl Charenfant.
Right. That's one thing about Penny that
or Jonathan Pierre. They have no business being out there.
That's one thing about Penny that I will criticize. Like I think he comes from that old school type of coaching. He was coached by Larry Fitz.
Yeah, right.
And I think he thinks this is the same college basketball. And it's not. And he's got to that's the thing that people say a lot of times. Those guys who are those elite players, they expect everyone to think like they think,
right?
And to be able to do things that they did. Penny just got to be a better communicator, man. And I'm not saying it's like it's all doom and gloom. Like
no, they won last night.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm not acting like that at all. Yeah. But you can see issues. You can see there's something brewing.
And that's what they said.
But he's got to jump on.
Both Penny and Javon Quinterly and Caleb Mills talked about it last night, and that's what I said in the Discord after all that conversation was the thing about it that we can take. I guess peace in after that game was, yes, and people can listen, man. I know they won. I'm tired of fans getting upset, critiquing wins or critiquing play. Like we should be able to say, look with our own two eyes and go, we see issues. Like there are clearly issues that need to be dealt with this team.
Right.
Yes, they won the game, but there's still issues that need to be dealt with. And I appreciated the way that those two players and Penny responded to it afterwards. They said, yes, we got to fix this. Hey, we won. It's a good thing, right? We won the game, but there are issues that we still have to fix. Yep. And even Javon said it. They said, should Memphis fans be worried? And Javon was like, nah, man, we're good. We'll be fine.
Yeah. That's what's up for sure, man. Number 3. Interesting interview on the talking about Gilbert Arenas a lot on this show. That wasn't Gilbert's show though, huh?
Gilbert was on it. Was it Gilbert's show? Yeah, I think it was because Rasheed was on the show with Gilbert.
Yeah, so Rasheed Wallace, Gilbert Arenas, I think. I don't know, man.
Gilbert is really good on his show at finding dudes to come on that are just going to spill tea, bro.
Right.
It gets messy. Did you see the Rashad McCants thing with Pat Beverly? Oh, God, you got to go see that. Because apparently anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Rasheed Wallace was telling old Portland Trailblazer stories, and he tells a story about Zach Randolph, 50 for the city, who we talked about with Daniel Greer. And he's like telling this story between Zach Randolph and Ruben Patterson. He also brings in a fellow Memphian, Quintel Woods, right?
Do you remember Quintel?
Yeah, because he was supposed to come to Memphis. Everybody thought he was coming to Memphis, but he went to the pros instead. Bro, you ever thought about it? No, Quintel played JUCO though, right?
He played JUCO. Was supposed to come to Memphis and then went pro.
But he went to the pros, yeah. Okay. I was about to say, Quintel Woods probably would have went to Memphis in today's rules. But no, I forgot. He wasn't a one and done. But anyway, told a story that Zbo and Ruben Patterson got into it. and that Ruben Patterson basically body slammed Zach Randolph. Like Zbo had him hemmed up in a wrestling move.
You got to be a strong ass dude.
And they said Ruben Patterson slipped him and then body slammed Zbo. And they was talking about it was the slam heard around the world.
Knocked Zbo out cold.
Right. Then they said the next time they saw each other, Zbo came up, fired on Ruben Patterson, like broke his nose or something like that. And they said that Ruben Patterson, hulked out and was really about to put hands on Zbo, and Zbo wasn't tripping about it. You can go watch. I'm not going to give you a recap of the whole story. But the point I wanted to make was, and Doc Holliday put this out too, he was like, man, it's just a little bit too much for me, man. It's just a little bit too much T-spelling, man. And it's like, because we've had this heroic view of Zbo, like, Zbo, I'm a jacking dude. I ain't lost many fights. And, that I remember Zbo was thinking, I remember going through that era of Gritty Ryan thinking I got the man that I got the dude who ain't nobody finna beat up on my team. Like, that was what I always thought was Zach Randolph. And I just thought she putting that out there, like, man, you messing with my early adulthood, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, for sure. I just thought it was a little bit too much for me. But a really wild story. Go check it out. I don't know. You'll go look up Ruben Patterson Zbo fight on YouTube.
That was a wild story.
I think it was Gilbert Arenas show. I can't
was.
remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, go check it out, man. We're about to take a break though. When we come back, go wrap this thing up inside the same brain. Very interesting conversation. This is more of a glaucoma med conversation than our previous stuff for sure. We'll see you guys in a minute.
Bluff City Media and Bluff City NIL are proud partners of Coaching for Literacy, a Memphis nonprofit using the power of sports to impact childhood literacy. When you donate to Bluff City NIL through Coaching for Literacy, your gift is 100% tax deductible. This partnership is a win-win-win. Tiger student athletes win in the NIL landscape. Coaching for Literacy wins by engaging Tiger student athletes in this monumental cause. And most importantly, elementary students in Memphis receive support to become strong readers. To donate today, visit coachingforliteracy.org/bluff-city.
As the games progress, as the season progresses, this is becoming a bigger and bigger question mark, and that is Jordan Brown. Going into the season, we thought with Nick Jourdain and Malcolm and Jordan Brown, this would be a shoe-in to be the best front court in the American and potentially be one of the better front courts in the country.
And it was all based around Jordan Brown.
It was all based around Jordan Brown. And he played 7 minutes on Saturday.
He played 1 minute in the first half.
1 minute in the first half, got 2 fouls in that 1 minute.
With the way Jordan Brown has been trending, which is worse and worse and worse and worse, whether it be fouls or conditioning or what have you, do you almost put his development to the side and focus on winning ball games with Malcolm and Nick Jourdain and see what he can do in spurts?
Right.
Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
The net rankings came out today, Timothy.
I saw
71. Absolutely disgusting. You know what we were at last year when the first net rankings came out?
32,
38.
How much stock do you put in that?
Is Michigan even good? They're 500. Is Arkansas good?
I think we have, if you believe that Arkansas and Michigan are good, you have a larger sample size that Memphis is good, better than they are okay or bad. I don't know how you want to word that. Memphis has shown that they are good more than they are bad. I mean, only 2 games we lost were to 2 teams that just came out and unloaded a clip from 3 on us, like at a rate that they have not done before.
I don't know. The net rankings, it's very early. They change every day, so I don't know how to even interpret it. I don't know that they even need to be released this early, to be honest with you.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
All right, y'all, welcome back. Final segment of the show, Inside the Same Brain. Special thanks to my man, Daniel Greer. Make sure you guys check him out every post-game. After every Grizzlies game, immediately when the game goes off, Daniel Greer and them are rolling with Grizz 901, the official post-game show of Bluff City Media. Inside the Same Brain, saw a post that kind of hit home to me on Facebook, man. Other night at about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I just thought I'd talk about it. And the post was talking about, it basically says something like, if you one of those people that seasons your eggs like a piece of meat, don't bring that shit around me, right? And it just kind of triggered me, man. Like, it did something to me. I'm a divorced man. I got divorced back in 2017. And, you know, I'm kind of a high-volume dater. I've dated a lot of women since then.
A high-volume dater.
And I've, you know, I spent the night a couple times and woke up and, you know, had breakfast at Chick's house or whatever. You know what I mean? And just had different women I've been in committed relationships with who've made breakfast for me, right? And I can just remember certain situations where I'm like, why did you put like seasoning in your eggs, man? Like, and that, I'm going to ask you, Kenny, and I'm not trying to put your wife out there, but how do you like your eggs to be prepared? Like, if you got 2 eggs, how you make them? If you got 2 or 3 eggs, do you like small amounts of eggs, huge amounts of eggs, somewhere in the middle? I'm more of a 3 egg guy. 3 eggs does it for me.
I can do 3, but a lot of times I fry my eggs. I like my eggs fried.
Like sunny side up.
Yeah, like sunny side up.
So how do you prepare?
Some oil in the pan.
Okay.
Throw the egg on top, let it cook, turn it over, salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper only, right?
Call it a day.
And if you do scrambled, it's the same process.
Yeah,
right?
same process. I
like
like
do a little milk in them.
I like a little milk in mine because I like them creamy. My wife likes them pretty tough. She likes them not creamy.
Okay. So those are the basic things, right?
Yeah. Cheese. I like cheese in my scrambled eggs.
Okay, do you do like an American, like smooth cheese, or do you like a sharp or like a cheddar?
A Colby Jack?
Okay, I can rock with that too. Shout out to Cracker Barrel for the Colby Jack too.
Ooh.
Man, yeah. Cracker Barrel is freaking fire too, bro. Like
Cracker Barrel is where it's at. Their eggs are fire.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever they got this new thing on the menu, man. We're gonna come back to the original point. But Cracker Barrel got this new thing on the menu. This is not an ad.
Yeah,
by the way.
It could be if they
wanted
wanted
Cracker
it to
Barrel,
be.
you got some money. Yeah, I got you.
It could be if you wanted it to be Cracker Barrel.
Your name can be, you see what that blue is? Your shit. It'd be right there. Goddamn. But no, what I'm about to say? Cracker Barrel got this new dish, right? Because, like, you know, I'm a hash brown casserole. See, this kind of stuff you think about when you're high, bro. But anyway, I'm a hash brown casserole guy, right? Mm-hmm. They got this new thing that's like hash brown casserole, eggs, steak. It's like big chunks of steak cut up in it. Green fried onion. Like, no, I'm saying not green onions. Green onions, and then like fried onions, like the little breaded onions, like onions, almost like an onion ring.
Straws?
Yeah, those. That and tomatoes. Man, that thing is incredible, bro. It's like called a something. Loaded something.
Do you ever eat that kind of stuff and feel like you're like a cowboy? Like old timey?
Yeah, man. Make me feel like a real man.
Like a real man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to try this breakfast bowl they got at this place called Biscuits and Jams in Bartlett. You ever been out there?
I have not.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'm going there tomorrow morning. It's it, man. They got some type of scrambler bowl thing, like kind of like what I just talked about. Yeah. I've been there twice. I said the third time I'm getting it. I saw it on somebody's table. I'm getting it.
Hey, low key, the Chick-fil-A chicken bowl from Chick-fil-A.
It's trash.
No, it's not,
bro. I'm gonna say this right here too. We just gonna make this a breakfast discussion, man. Basically, what we're gonna do.
Don't say it.
I'm gonna get back to these eggs. I'm gonna look here. I'm not gonna look at you. I'm gonna look here. Chick-fil-A breakfast is overrated as shit, bro.
You're crazy.
Man, you have lost your mind.
You're crazy.
Their biscuits are ass,
Their
bro.
breakfast burrito is one of the best things I ever had in my entire life.
You know something else? Chick-fil-A don't have a microwave. Like, they don't have a way to, like, warm something up. You know that?
Warm it up at your house. Oh, you like to eat at the place. Man, get out of my face.
You ever seen a grown man that drink Pedialyte like it's like Kool-Aid or some
I know.
shit? Man?
This man, is this the first time you brought that out?
Probably so.
In the show? You're drinking Pedialyte like
this isn't Pedialyte. This is like the store brand something.
This is the Great Value brand.
But I drink this shit like it's Gatorade or something.
Yeah.
I'm a Pedialyte drinking dude, man.
You feeling a lack of electrolytes tonight?
Can you feel a lack of electrolytes tonight?
There you go.
But now,
All right, so go back to the eggs.
no, we were talking about some restaurant.
Oh, restaurant,
Man,
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A breakfast is overrated as shit, man.
You're crazy. You're crazy.
That sweet ass chicken bread, man.
You're wild.
Man, bro, that shit is not. Bro, their biscuits are nasty, bro. Like I'm not talking about the combination, like the biscuit sandwich. I mean, their actual bread biscuit is not good, bro.
You're crazy, bro.
All right, whatever. I'm gonna say this to you: Bojangles breakfast is better than Chick-fil-A. Hardee's breakfast is better than Chick-fil-A, bro.
Man, get out of my face.
All right, have you been to Hardee's, bro?
Yes.
When? Shout out to Patrick.
Last time was when I worked at MAM.
All right, go with me tomorrow.
Because they had the one at Lamar.
Go
Remember?
tomorrow. What?
Didn't they have one over on
Ain't
Lamar?
no Hardee's?
Wasn't that a Hardee's?
Burger King. It's a Burger King and a McDonald's on Lamar.
No. There's one over there, like right down the street.
No, it ain't,
on
bro.
Airways and Lamar.
Bro, ain't nothing on Airways and Lamar but hookers. What are you talking about, bro? What Hardee's?
There's a Hardee's over there, right?
It's not, Ken.
What did I eat then?
Man, you was eating, I don't know, ass. I don't know what you was eating. What you was eating. Ain't none of Airways and Lamar but hookers. I don't know what you, crackheads. What you talking about? Ain't no Hardee's over there for sure.
Thought there was a Hardee's.
Nah, it's a McDonald's and a Burger King.
So
Been there
it's
forever.
probably been a while since I ate Hardee's then.
If you go to Hardee's, get that omelet biscuit. Psh. Psh. Man, Chick-fil-A, Bojangles is better. Breakfast is better than.
I'm gonna bring the Chick-fil-A breakfast burrito up here next time. When
I've
we
had
record.
that before. It's fine. I mean, it ain't, bro. Nah, I'm good. Bro. Chick-fil-A is fine, but I can find places, fast food places, who would smack their breakfast. And the McDonald's bring back that damn steak, that Philly steak biscuit, bagel thing, bro, with egg and cheese. Man, shit, that thing was so damn good. No onions, no sauce.
McDonald's breakfast is fire.
I ain't gonna say that now.
It is good.
It's fine. It'll
There's
do.
sausage, egg, and cheese.
The
when they
McGriddle
get-
jump.
Oh my god, the McGriddle.
But that steak, egg, and cheese bagel used to be a lick though.
Yeah.
This kind of stuff I sit and think about, man, when I be like, when you
your
high,
glaucoma's
shit. Yeah,
acting-
my glaucoma bother me, bro. Yeah. Because I don't get high, just be getting high, man. I don't know
No,
what
it's a
it is.
glaucoma thing. Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, back to how you get your eggs cooked, bro.
Right.
I've lied to so many girls who gave me nasty ass eggs, man, with an Old Bay seasoning and seasoning, salt, and like, get this nasty shit off my plate, man.
Just give me salt and pepper.
Salt and
some
pepper,
cheese.
man, some cheese.
Yeah.
And I don't even want a lot of salt.
No.
Yeah, man, stop making that nasty shit, man. I don't want it. That shit tastes like some goddamn. I don't want that shit tasting like fucking steak, bro. Oh, I ain't mean to say the F word. You can take it out. I don't want my eggs tasting like Benny Hanna's in his mouth. Garlic butter.
Garlic
Man,
butter.
I don't want this, man.
Some Lowry's.
Man.
You don't need some Lowry's in there.
Yeah, I don't need none of that, man. I don't need Old Bay. I don't need somebody. One of my coworkers commented on that post like, "Yeah, I put a little. No, I don't want you to put a little nothing. Just put. No, man.
Yeah, I feel you.
No, I'm good. Shout out to the place who keep it simple, Waffle House, Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel's fired.
Hey,
Oh, man.
you know who got the best restaurant pancakes, bro?
Cracker Barrel. To me, they're so good.
When you go to Perkins and they make them mugs right, bro.
See, Perkins is good too, but it just the way
Cracker Barrel pancakes, you got the little crisp around the
yeah,
edges.
the crisp around the edges,
rocking, bro.
Man, dude.
Hey, Waffle House waffles ain't the same no more either, bro. They changed something to their recipe. They had to have. They just don't look or taste the same.
Nah, man. The Cracker Barrel pancakes with that little crisp around it, got a little sourdough
Yep.
taste to it. Oh my
Fire.
god.
Oh. Excuse me. Reflux killing me. Cracker Barrel French toast, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Shit, that shit good, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what the best breakfast item is. It's technically not a breakfast item, but they got the breakfast version. Cause I make mine a breakfast sandwich. Go to Waffle House, bro, and I challenge you to get the bacon, egg, and cheese toast, Texas toast sandwich, bro.
I like Texas toast.
That mug is murder at Waffle House. And I get mine with the egg scrambled with cheese.
Yeah, I like Texas toast.
I either get that or they got the Philly cheesesteak, bacon, and cheese toaster sandwich. I get mine, then throw an egg on it. Man, I'm about to go get that right now, man. I'm about to get up out of here, bro. Because Waffle House open all night. And they'll make that sandwich for me. But, man, for Kenny Stuffhill behind the glass, for my man, Daniel Greer for Grizz 901, who got me the awesome shirt, man. I forgot about that, too. We about to get about this joint, man. We just celebrated 50. About to celebrate another 50. It's going to be 100 coming to you very soon. The Grizzlies playing good ball. Winners of 3 out of the last 4. Man, go get up and make some breakfast in the morning, man. You know what I'm saying? Or go to Waffle House, get you a late night little situation or something, man. We about to slide about this joint. We'll see y'all next time, man. We out.
Thank you for listening to the Anthony Sain Show. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next week.